just don't know. I don't know. I'm looking, yeah.
Wow. Marc Clarke, that's classic. I love it.
And welcome to the show. Yes, I know you know who that is. That's the lovely Bootsy Vegas.
Yes.
And who is this little one next to me, Bootsy Vegas? Bootsy's trying to pull you into his program. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Skylar is in the building.
Hello, what's up, everybody? Happy spring break.
And so I see Brooke is over here. We're live on Instagram too. But shout out to Instagram. Okay, so Instagram, come on over to either my YouTube channel, Reinventing Marc Clarke, or Facebook. Go to Marc Clarke Show or Allison and Mark in the afternoon. If you want a reading, okay, I just want you guys to see my baby. And Bootsy, Uncle Bootsy, Skylar, Sydney and Skylar did a great job this weekend. They had to do an event. They had to do a project for for Jack and Jill. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so
went up the hill. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
A video about their school. So Skylar now is at Norfolk State.
Behold the green and gold. Behold the green and gold. Behold the green and gold. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all.
So Bootsy, when me and Allison watch this, first of all, tears. Okay, first of all, what's up, lady? So first of all, tears, Bootsy.
Oh, wow.
Because what you said, Bootsy, we thought Bootsy always says, Skylar, she has to go into media. She has to go into media based on him seeing you interact. So Bootsy, I want to play this for you. And you were right, Bootsy. You were right. This is, again, if you're watching on Instagram, you can't see this unless you come over to the Reinventing Marc Clarke YouTube page or Facebook Marc Clarke or Facebook Allison and Mark in the afternoon. But still, what's up, Lady Soul? New York in the building. Bootsy, Skylar put this together. Again, they just had to say, put a video together. Of course, when we watched it, we were like, okay. So here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Skylar Johnson. Skylar doing her thing. Here we go.
Hey guys, it's me, Skylar, and I wanted to share this video to encourage you to really consider going to an HBCU for college. Y'all, it has just been life-changing. Seeing people that look like me, seeing teachers that look like me, seeing Black professionals being recognized for their work, it is simply life-changing, and it is so affirming, and it really just offers this feeling of warmth and real support. I think a common misconception about HBCUs is that because they're historically Black, you won't meet people from different backgrounds. Let me just say that is the farthest thing from the truth. Just going here for 2 months, I have met so many people with different ambitions, different life experiences, but we all have one thing in common, and that is that we chose to go somewhere that we'd be supported, uplifted, and taken seriously in our endeavors. And when I say that, I would recommend this 100% if you want to learn more about yourself, learn more about the kind of person that you are. Just learn about everything. This is the place to go, y'all. You don't have to go to Norfolk State, although I really want you to go here because it's awesome. But just really consider it as an option because it's just an experience that you can't get anywhere else. Not even in that Florida water. Also, not to flex, but Pharrell did speak at our 2021 graduation ceremony. When talking about the importance of HBCUs, he definitely said it best.
So 5 years from now, it'll be a very different Norfolk. Because the business world will finally wake up to the intellectual green and gold mine that is a historic Black college and university.
Okay, wait a minute, Skylar. Wait a minute.
Oh, stop.
Bootsy, I think you called it. She might just be a natural.
Nah.
Wait a minute. Uncle Bootsy got a little tear in his eye. Wait a minute. What's
So
Uncle
look-
Bootsy got a little tear in his eye.
You're so dramatic.
Uncle Bootsy
So look-
got a tear I saw.
So look, Skylar, for about 4 years, I've been trying to recruit you. I do not know if you know this. I have literally said this to your mama and your daddy separately and collectively. I said, and this is the honest to God truth, if y'all do not put her in some type of broadcast journalism platform, I'm going to call Child Protective Services. Or ask Mark, have I said that?
He has said that.
Yeah, and mind you, I was ducking when I said it to Allison, like, look, Allison, if you do not, you know what I mean? Like, literally, wow. Like, okay, so let me just give you a small story. I know Dr. Green is in here. Skylar, I felt like I've known you all your life. I can vividly remember you as a 3-year-old baby. Allison had all 3 of y'all on the news one day. You may have been, I don't think you was no more than 3. But it felt like you was trying to have something. You had something to say, like you were talking, and I was like, "Man, look at Allison! Look at little Allison here." So I've been calling you Sky Money since you was 3 years old. You've been Sky Money to me. You know what I mean?
Period.
And let me tell you this: if they don't find a way to convince you to put you in some type of broadcast journalism classes, Allison and Seymour and Marc Clarke will be reported to Child Protective Families by the close of business Friday, because there's no way you should not be doing journalism, Sky.
Well,
Come
I
on.
appreciate that. You know, I'm trying to get it popping, looking into these different programs that my school's offering.
You
but,
got it popping. You already passed trying. Like, hold on. I have seen you sing. I've seen this personality come through. And literally, I was like, Allison, what are y'all doing? Like, down that, making her, you know what I mean? Allison's like, yeah, I've been trying to tell her, Sky Money.
Mhm.
You are the most, and this is no lie. So I teach broadcast journalism. I have sent 31 kids to college as mass communications major. I've sent 3 kids to Ivy League schools on 4-year scholarships on mass communications majors. Let me tell you this. You're absolutely one of the most natural communicators and broadcast journalism's people, young kids I have ever seen in my life. And I'm telling you, like, okay, hold on. Let me ask you this before we go. Am I the only person to ever tell you this?
No, this guy is like, Skylar, yo, figure it out. We're gonna do communications. We're gonna get these scholarships for communications. I'm like,
well, I think so. Okay, so enough about her,
Oh,
Bootsy.
yeah.
Well, she's gonna do these readings, and
let's
then
get into these readings.
Bootsy, when she does the readings, once again, it affirms what we're talking about. But before we get into the readings, Dr. Green is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Green.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. Good morning. Hello, Skylar, Marc, Bootsy. Good morning.
Dr. Green, I had to laugh. I saw you. You posted a picture. You were at the event working, and then your husband was right there by your side. He had some pink roses for you.
Yeah.
And I had to laugh because I thought, that's me. He was squatted down. His wife, the boss, was about to wow everybody, as she always does. But he was there in support, and I had to laugh because I said, see, I know that squat knee stance he was in. I know that whisper in the ear he was in. And first of all, it's a great place to be in. You know what I mean? It's a great place. When you're on your mission and you're a part of your child, your wife, your family, your friends' mission, and you can be there, if that little extra push or that little extra support or that little extra, you got this, babe, it is the bomb. So shout out to your hubby and shout out to you, Dr. Green, looking smashing. Dr. Green been fine a long time, but Dr. Green lost his weight.
Man,
let me tell you something.
Dr. Green. I don't know what's happening over there, Dr. Green, but hold on now.
Yeah.
We went from February to Women on the Move.
Right. So Dr. Green, give us an update on Women on the Move. Women are moving.
Yes, they are moving, and we have women moving in all types of ways. You know, Coach Ron, she's still doing her Zumba, so that's where she is today. I think her class starts at 10:30. We have women that are jump roping, they are walking, and not only just moving physically, but also moving mentally. Like we're doing a lot around getting some, help when it comes to those areas in your life that you need if you're suffering with any type of anxiety or depression and things of that nature. So we are on a move because this month is Women's History Month, and the theme is providing healing, promoting hope. And so we want to provide healing and promote hope in any aspect as it relates to women that are on the move, because what happens most often is that we're on the move and we're doing so much as moms and, in our careers and entrepreneurs, but we are not prioritizing ourselves and taking care of ourselves. So really, this is what it's all about, prioritizing ourselves and taking good care of ourselves.
Dr. Green, you said it. Okay, as a man who was raised by a single Black woman, as the father of 3 women, and of course the husband of a woman, and I look around, and you're absolutely right. It's like women. If Allison needs to go to bed early, or she has to go get girls ready for something tomorrow, she gonna go get the girls ready. She always puts herself last, and it's like it could drive you crazy, because I think to be honest, guys, for whatever reason, we're more selfish when it comes to that, from a standpoint of, oh, I'm gonna take care of me now. And I think I had to laugh, because I remember back in the day, when I was making that good money, when I was doing my thing, I was, I'm gonna buy me something nice. What you want? Alice was like, no, we need that blah, blah, blah for the kids. I'm like, man, we get them kids. No, I'm just saying you were able to put it in perspective. I think it's hard sometimes for moms to do that. Now, some moms, no, let's keep it real. Some moms have no problem doing that.
Good morning, Gigi.
My mother was more like, she would say it. She'd say, look now, I ain't buying you. We're going to the store. I ain't buying you nothing. I'm buying me something this time, and next time I get you something. So mom would break it down. She wasn't going to just always, and I was her only child. So
absolutely.
But it's like learning that takes a lifetime. I love what you're doing, Dr. Green. Again, if people want to join, if women want to join, it's this month, right?
It's this month. If you want to join, you go to my website, 2eseasons.com. Just register. We'll see your link to our Facebook group. You'll get a Women on the Move image, a lot of great resources and insight. And just to add, Mark, I was just named the 2022 Maryland Mother of the Year.
Yes! Come on,
with
now.
That being said, we're going to be doing so much more work in the community, and things are coming up. So please stay tuned, because listen, they're already saying, we want you got a good chance of being national Mother of the Year. And I'm like, okay, y'all holding me to some high standards now.
But why not?
Why not, right? Why not? So listen, we have some great things coming up. Please stay tuned. Join us, Women on the Move, Get Up and Move, www.2eseasons.com.
Yes, Dr. Green.
Why not you?
Dr. Green.
Yes,
Dr. Green. So can single men join this thing that you're talking about?
No. Right, Mark. No.
Just sit your butt down.
No. We'll get you another group, but not this one.
Okay.
So, Doc, I know you're on a tight schedule. Do you want a quick reading or no?
I'll be using this website, first of all, called astrocharts.com. If you want to look for more, if you want to see what I'm using, that's my program I'm using. But I need your full name, your city of birth, and your date of birth, and maybe your time. No, I can make it work, but you'll probably get a more basic reading. But
okay. And I was confused. I thought you was gonna read me some of your work, your poem and stuff.
No, I can do that on the next.
No, I need that now in my life to inspire me. I don't need no reading from somebody else. You give me some words of encouragement. Then I'm gonna log off this Mark. I got 2 Zooms going on right now while I'm doing this. So give me some words of encouragement right now, and you can do it. If you come from Mark and Allison, you can do it.
Oh, just you're just an amazing person, and just keep being this amazing light in the community. To get that award of being the Mother of the Year, that is so powerful. And that just reflects who you are, which is just a light. And people look to you. And even looking at this website, I just went on 2 Seasons, and I just saw how even just scrolling through is so inspirational. And just, so really my advice, or just my poetry for you, is just keep it up because you're just guiding so many women, and that's really powerful. So
see, that's what I needed. I didn't need
child abuse.
I needed
Child
that.
abuse.
I needed that. That's gonna keep me going, Skylar. Mark, I'm letting you know I'm taking her on the road with me. Okay.
Take her on the road. Take her on the road. She'll be free this summer.
Listen, I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna jump on these Zooms. Thank you for everything.
All right, love you so much.
All right, take care.
Dr. Green doing big things, of course.
Yeah.
And actually, Mom checked in on Instagram. Okay, Kai, getting Mom checked in. Okay.
Thank you.
So, Bootsy, you want to go first? I know you want to go first.
Yes. Okay, Skylar. Salih, S-A-L-I-H.
Okay, Salih as in S-A-L-I-H?
Yep.
Okay.
That is my real name.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
And then what city were you born?
Washington, D.C., Howard University Hospital.
Wow. That explains it.
Absolutely. That explains a lot.
Bathed in the D.C. water.
Man, oh my God.
And
go
what's
ahead.
your birthday?
Now, let me say this before you go. I have to let everybody know this. I have a twin brother. So people be like, oh my God, Gemini. But my birthday is May 30th. I'm actually born on Memorial Day.
May 30th. Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
That's 5. See, I'm forgetting my month numbers. And then, all right. So, and then you said no birth year?
Yeah.
You know. He don't want to do it.
Hold on.
He don't want to get it.
I'll tell her. 78.
70. Oh,
what?
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. And then and this is like the difficult one. Do you know your birth time, or do you have an estimate of it, or do you?
Birth type what?
Birth time?
Like your time, like 5.
Oh no. I was born at 11:53 at night.
11:53 p.m. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
At night.
So let's look into your chart.
I'm excited. My palm is itching. My palm is itching. Oh well.
Oh Lord, I'm about to give you some. Okay, so some of the key components are your North Node, which represents like your soul mission, right? And I'm really looking at North Node, your Midheaven, which is your career and your public image, and also just your sun and your moon.
She's very thorough, Bootsy. Keep it tight, girl. Yeah, give him 2 minutes. Go ahead.
I'll give you 2 minutes. So first of all, so your Midheaven's in Scorpio, and so you would really thrive in investigative work. So I don't know if you do anything.
He does do that.
Yeah, you do.
He's my investigator.
Yeah, anything. So when people see like Midheaven Scorpio, they think, because Scorpio is known for being kind of like creepy and like mystical, but it really is just meaning
horny.
He's so, but it really just means like really investigative work. So I would just encourage you, like your birth chart is pretty much encouraging you to really like do your work in a way that is unique to you. So by that I mean, if you whatever job you do or whatever career, you really just need to put an emphasis on making your own conclusions, not letting anyone influence your decisions, because you're meant to really, your public image will be based off of the fact that you do the work for yourself and you've come to your own conclusions for things. And
this is scary. This is scary because me and your dad just talked about this, about something that okay, I'm sorry, go ahead. Wow.
No, you're good, because I think that's the big part. And then your North Node in Libra. So Libra is a sign of balance, and so North Node represents balance. So while you are going to be definitely a person who wants to find your own conclusions and wants to figure out a puzzle, that's like your big thing. At the same time, you have to make sure you're balanced. So because I sometimes see with people in their North Node in Libra, you might become so obsessed with something, or you might become so excited by something that maybe whether it be like, I don't know, like politics or religion or something, that you need to find a balance between it, because in order to be that person who come to their own conclusions, in order to be that person that's uninfluenced or unaffected by the people around them in regards to making your own, like finding your own beliefs, you have to make sure that you're balanced in your areas of life. So that just means, make sure that you're good on your health, make sure you're good on the way that you interact with other people. And and then of course your sun and moon and your rising are called the big 3. And so you're a Gemini sun, so you're just like dad, where you guys are both communicators. You guys are both you need to communicate. That's like a part of your life. I
need to communicate.
And actually, I'm gonna say the reason, I'm gonna go on a limb here and say the reason why you and dad get along so well is because you guys both have the same sun and moon. And so your sun represents your public image and really your soul as well. It represents like your soul, why you came into this life. But your moon represents what you need emotionally. And you and dad have that same thing where it's like,
give me what you need. Give me what you need now.
Where you guys both need to be public, and you both need to communicate, but you also both need to when your moon in Aries, you can't be like someone that doesn't do anything. You need to be doing something. Like Aries is kind of jumpy. You got
okay. That's enough. That's enough.
Yeah,
you nailed it. You nailed Bootsy.
And yeah, that's that.
Here's Michonne. Michonne is up next again.
Hold on. Let me just say this.
Yo.
For anybody that thinks, and your dad can tell you, you were 100% spot on. Literally, I had focused in on something so much, I had to go to the hospital, and your dad got upset with me. He was like, go to the hospital right now. And literally, everything you just said is spot on. I have no words.
Hey, it's not me, it's the stars.
And so here's the thing. This is the thing about a Skylar, back to Bootsy, what you're saying, like almost like born to it. So it's not, here's her information.
Okay. Thanks.
It's not a situation, again, believe in the zodiac, don't believe in it. Hey, we're not necessarily, we don't necessarily believe in it or not believe in it. But Skylar happened to have a grandfather who was not only a minister, but also dabbled in numerology and the zodiac. And so she sat at his feet. So she has the understanding of the power of the stars. But again, some people don't believe in it. So it's not a thing where, you'd be like, she's not seeing the future. She just happens to be somebody who's very well informed about the stars. And you can believe it or not. So it's not, what I'm saying? We're not selling, hey, you gotta, no, she's just kind of saying based on the stars and based on that, this is what it says. That's all.
Hold on. And my point is to her and you is the person that had the most influential person in my life besides my parents, Maurice White, 100% believed in that. He actually named his band Earth, Wind and Fire after his astrological chart. So the person, but also you want to hear something funny about that? He went to high school with your grandfather.
No way. I feel like this.
What?
Yes, he went to Booker T. Washington in Memphis. Maurice White did. Marion Barry, Maurice White, and your granddad went to the same high school in Booker T.
Weird.
And literally, he would talk to me about believing in your dreams, astrological start, being spiritual, everything you just said. That's why I'm sitting there like, oh my, and Mark, your dad can tell you this. Everything you just said about me is exactly what my life is right
well,
now.
And here's the other thing about Skylar, which again goes into the family, just the family legend. For those who did not know, Skylar's grandfather, probably the most amazing man. Okay, get emotional.
Oh, Lord.
Probably the most amazing person, the smartest person I've ever met. He was a minister. He was a sage. Peace Corps, lived Africa, lived in India. Again from Memphis, but went to HBCUs, went to Harvard. He's just that guy. And if you know Alice and how amazing she is, and her mom, how amazing. So anyway, Skylar, as the one who had an interest in this Zodiac's information, every year for Christmas, we get Dad the book, the Zodiac book, that basically charts the whatever.
Transits,
and so Dad had circled in his book, Bootsy, on his death date in the book, his death date.
Yeah.
And he left that to her. So that just speaks to how crazy it is. So anyway, all right.
Michonne, is it 3:55 p.m. or a.m.? Because that would change it.
Michonne, is it 3:55? And so Michonne,
the morning or the night?
First of all, ring the bell for Michonne, the only person who actually went to the website and really did what I said to do. Michonne gonna get some extra cookies.
3:55. Had to ask my mom. Okay.
We don't know if it's what did it originally say?
It was 5. I think it was 5 originally.
What time? AM or PM? Did it say?
5 p.m. I think so. 5 p.m.
Okay, Michonne, do you know is it AM or PM?
Yeah.
We're trying to be accurate here.
PM.
Okay,
PM.
great.
Okay, good.
PM.
All right, Michonne, let's get into it.
First of all, Michonne, if you ever see her stream, Michonne she be gearing up, Bootsy. Always fly, Michonne. Okay? I think it's because you got a little French name. That's why she feel like she gotta be fly like Paris.
Also, I wanted to add that I was looking at staring down your Instagram live. I think someone commented, I grew up in the church, so I never got to learn astrology. I think that's a very, astrology for me is definitely just a guide. And I know people, that have
that's my girl right there. Yon. I
I know they have their opinions about astrology, and all I gotta say is, honestly, I had to check myself as well, because sometimes I think you can get too into it. I would just say that the most important thing you can do if you want to learn is just think of it as a guide versus how these things are going to be. Like, if you have a certain placement, it doesn't mean this is going to pop off. I think people get scared with that too, because they're like, I'm not going to die young because my astrology. No. It just means this is what you can do to live a more fulfilling life. And that's really what I treat it as, just a guide. And it's not always going to be 100% true. It's just going to be what you're encouraged to do so that you can make your life fuller. This is not out of the way. I appreciate that comment, because that was a good comment.
That's my daughter right there.
All right, but now let's get into Miss Shawn. I think
Miss Shawn.
All right, so the first thing I see is that your sun and moon are in the same sign. So that means you're very genuine, and people appreciate you for that. In fact, not only is your moon in the same sign as your sun, but it's at 0 degrees. And so in astrology, there's these things called critical degrees. And so that means that you got to stay true to your emotions, because you got 0 degrees. That means straight up that you're being told, listen, you're a Capricorn moon. You have to make sure that you are not messing with your energy, or like you're protecting your energy, because you got that at 0. So you will be influenced by your emotions if they're off, you know? And so your sun and moon are both in Capricorn. And I love Capricorns personally. Like, you know, we all have our favorite sign. Capricorns are my favorite because my best friend's a Capricorn. Like, I think you guys just keep it real. But my only thing I fear when I see this, or not fear, but I always tell my friends, hey, take a day off or something, because y'all push yourself so hard. You guys are the hardest working members of the zodiac. And just keep in mind that when I say members of the zodiac, everyone has one placement somewhere. So you all have a Capricorn or a Pisces somewhere in your chart, but so never feel like I'm trying to exclude, because we all have these areas of life that we need to show these qualities. But your sun and moon, you're just supposed to be this person who is hardworking, but your midheaven, like we were talking about in Bootsy's reading, your midheaven's who you're going to be known as. And I would really encourage you to get into spirituality or religion, because Pisces represents all those things, like the mysticism, religion. It also represents life after life. So if you could really get into your Piscean traits, as in, like, if you could really like find, doesn't mean you have to be an astrology geek like me, but you can be like somebody who loves religion, or someone who just really thinks about what do you think your role of humans, what is our role in the world? You have to come to that conclusion for yourself, because I think that that's going to be a big part of feeling like you lived a nice, fulfilled life. And some other things I see is that, let me go down to your, so sometimes there's these things called aspects, which represent the planets interacting with each other. And so some of your aspects include Neptune sextile Pluto, Mars sextile Jupiter, and Mercury sextile Venus. So those are your top 3 aspects, meaning that when you were born, the planets were making this, like, they were in this, like, maybe Saturn was here, Venus was here, and the way that they interact with each other affects your life a lot. So Neptune represents, like we said, spirituality, the otherworldly stuff. Sextile Pluto. Sextile is pretty much a geometric measurement, or like, I'm trying to find the right word for it, but it represents the way that the planets were interacting. And sextile is considered a positive aspect, in that if you can work on these 2 energies of the planets, you can really have a nice life. So like I was saying with that spirituality piece, Neptune represents spirituality, religion, and your view of what happens after life. Pluto represents life-changing moments. And so you need to, when I said, I didn't just say it just to say it, when you take on spirituality, or when you take on religion, you're going to have a major shift in the way that you view life. And things will actually start to feel like maybe there's a reason that this is happening. And so you're just the fact that it's considered the strongest aspect means that in some point of your life, you're going to have to really embrace these themes of spirituality, of religion, or just even if it's just watching a TV show about ghosts, just something like that. And then,
all right, wrap it up, Miss Shawn. That's enough.
All right, Miss Shawn, I'm gonna just give you.
You got to pay for the less.
Miss Shawn, let me give you one more thing. Your last thing will be your. Sometimes we have something called stelliums, which represent when there's 3 or more planets in a house, and houses are different areas of life. So the first house is your identity, second house is money, so on and so forth, right? And you have a stellium in your 5th and 6th house. So the 5th house represents creativity. And so you have also Pluto in here, which is, like we said, death and rebirth, but not physical death, but just reinventing, like
reinventing Marc Clarke.
And your 5th
I
house
died
in Libra. So I would say that you should look into like law, or you should look into something regarding I would just say law, because Libra represents law, and 5th house is things that you do for fun. And so you don't have to become a lawyer, but just to study maybe famous cases or something like that. I think that would be a really good pastime for you. And then your 6th house is, of course, work and helping
of course.
Others. So that would just, of course, your 6th house. You have 3 planets. You have Venus, Neptune, and your.
Okay, Skylar, this is what happened, Bootsy.
I know.
She's too thorough.
No, she's good though. I mean, Mark. With all due respect, I don't want to get in the middle of this daughter daddy thing here.
What?
But she's giving such insightful, direct information. It is good. And who does not want to hear direct information about their future? But that's just me. I'm gonna fall back like dominoes.
You're right, Bootsy. You're right. You're right.
Because she is very descriptive. What she's saying though.
I appreciate it. Hey, I got you, man. And then, but this is the last thing I promised. It was just your 6th house represents being selfless, and it represents acts of service. And you have your Venus, Neptune, and North Node in here. So that big North Node is your soul mission. And so that just means you just be as selfless as you can. Make sure you help people, because I believe in karma. And I think once you help people or extend a hand, you're really going to get a lot of good karma from helping people. And it doesn't have to be a huge thing. It can just be something small, like, helping out someone who doesn't have a home, stuff like that.
What did Dad say? Giving what?
Giving you, if you give, you will receive.
Expecting nothing in return.
Expecting no thing in return. Thank you, Miss Sean.
Yayon, I see you out there. What's up, Anthony?
Hey, I appreciate it.
And so,
and Mark, I will say this about her. It is so good to see somebody so passionate about speaking to somebody else about themselves like that. Like, I'm just sitting back watching, she's so insightful, but she's so passionate and insightful about giving this information. Who would want to stop that, Mark? I'm just saying,
she's so this is Bootsy long before, right? You knew it. You said when she was 3 years old, but when she was a little bit older, Daddy was trying to get on Oprah. And I needed an introduction.
I
needed an introduction.
Yeah.
And so I had I had to ask Sky
Money
for the introduction to Oprah.
We'll get Daddy to tell you the word he wants to say. And my daddy.
Hi, Oprah.
Yeah.
Let me,
My name's Skylar. Hi, Oprah. My name's Skylar.
Okay, let's start again.
Okay. I'm not taping you. I'm just practicing.
Okay. Hi, Oprah. Wait, I was so you're going to see me like this.
You look good.
Hi, Oprah. Wait. Hi, Oprah. Wait.
Oh, Lord.
Hi, Oprah. This is my daddy, Marc Clarke.
Now, did I get the job? No, but good. I appreciate you, Skylar.
It wasn't her fault. She wasn't the reason you didn't get it.
Hi, Oprah. I look like I was stressed out. Hi, Oprah.
Yes. So that was.
Hi, Oprah.
I should have known back then, Bootsy, that she was going to be what she is. So let's see. I'm trying to see if anybody else checked in for readings.
Oh, good morning, Carlise.
Carlise.
Hey, Shannon.
What's going on, Carlise? Oh, snap. That's my girl right there. Carlise is checking in. If you want a reading before we get off, actually you can do it in the chat. What's up? Oh, snap. Shannon Ramsey's in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Wait a minute.
Okay.
Let's go. All right, go. You need to go ahead and get Shannon's music, by the way, y'all. It's out there. Good. It's available. I see you, Shannon. Shannon, I saw you out there.
I got you, Shannon. So let me see what.
Shannon, go look for the video of Shannon on some skates.
Man, that was so funny. What
you saw that?
Oh my God! She kind of came out of nowhere with it. It's like, with
a swimsuit on and a big hat, and I don't. Obviously, in some climate, some wonderful place. So Shannon, you do it, girl.
She said.
If you guys want a reading in the chat, just type again. Obviously, your name would come up, but name. Corliss. All right, Corliss, we are sending Oh, do Kevin. Kevin's in Columbia, honey.
Oh, no.
September 23rd.
And I think Shannon said do one. I was gonna do one.
For Shannon? Okay.
Yeah, Shannon, drop your birthday, your birth time, and your place of birth.
Birthday, birth time, place of birth. Kevin, where were you born, by the way? Kevin.
Columbia.
No, he's in Columbia, but he wasn't born there. September 23rd, 9:37 a.m. And Kevin, where were you born?
Hey, I'm in my head too, Sky.
Yeah, isn't it catchy?
I hit Shannon and said it happened again today, Shannon. In the morning when I'm in the kitchen, getting ready to have breakfast for whatever reason, Faith comes up. But she said, why not Faith?
Washington.
And shout out Shannon. They're playing on 88.9 this morning with Kelly. I work with Kelly on that station. Glad to hear that. Kevin's Washington, D.C.
Okay, I'm gonna pull up my program I use for the no.
I love it. And I love the fact we're doing this in real time. So can't nobody say this is choreographed or scripted. This is
right.
We're definitely improvising.
Oh, no. Kevin, would you be comfortable dropping your year, or are we trying to keep that under wraps?
Kevin, would you be comfortable in dropping your year? Go ahead, Kevin. We're all family here.
It's okay if you don't want. I can still figure it out something.
He can figure it out. It just won't be as accurate. But the year.
Okay. Hold on. Oh, I'm sorry.
Give us the year, Kevin. Can you?
Oh, 83.
No, that's Shannon. Oh, 56.
56.
All right. 56. And Shannon will be next.
1956. And I'm going to drop you with the... It's okay. I don't need time.
He has the time.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
9:37. All right. Bet. 37. Is that the AM? All right. Bet. Okay, Mr. Kevin, let's see what's going on in the stars. Ooh. Famous. Okay. I see you. All right, so first of all, you got your North Node in second house, so let's make that money because you got your second. So pretty much second house represents your possessions. And so your soul mission or your North Node is in your second house of Sagittarius. So it's good that you're in Columbia because Sagittarius represents travel. So I don't know if you're over there getting some munties.
He's escaping the tyranny of America. That's okay.
That's good too. But yeah, a second house, that's saying that a way that you can get money is to travel. And so I don't know if that's related to what you're doing now, but you should really look into that. Plus it's at 0 degrees, which is that critical degree. And so it's critical actually that you travel to make some cash to fulfill your soul.
And it's critical that he left because he had to get the heck on out of here.
Get the hell. And then your 10th house is in Leo. And so I said famous because your Leo is of course the famous chart and you got 7 degrees there. So like I'm telling you, I think a lot of people need to embrace some kind of, it doesn't have to even be spirituality or religion, but embrace some kind of philosophy for your life because you can make money making books. Even if it's like something that comes to mind was that one book that you showed me. It was like how to make money when you're broke or something, or how to make money for college. That's a philosophy. That is like your own. That's like your creation. And so
he's an artist.
So I'm seeing
he's an artist.
He's an artist.
Yep. He's an artist. He's also very. He's a thought leader, intense politically. He's a philosopher.
Yeah. Well, because your Venus is in your 10th house, so Venus does represent art. And
he looks great for his, he ain't no spring chicken, but he looks amazing. He looks younger than me. Damn you, Kevin!
Yeah, Kevin! But no, I'm really getting this vibe that you are supposed to travel to, like Dad was saying, to do something with the arts, but create something because, I don't know, I just see that happening for you because you got Mars in that 5th house too, and we were saying Mars is a pastime. And so almost like Mars represents something that you'll have enough energy to do because Mars is like considered the athlete planet where it's like you got this energy to do this. So you got the energy to make art, to create something, to make, maybe it's a book, maybe it's art, whatever, and also to travel. And then I also wanted to look back at your big 3 because I forgot to say that in the a couple of last ones. So your sun is in Libra, your moon's in Taurus, and your rising's in Scorpio. And so your sun in Libra, that is that balance piece again. And so of course, when you do these things, it's looking like you're gonna have you're already living it. So let me know if your life is kind of fun, kind of like, you're like a traveler, that kind of vibe. But of course, just maintain that balance, of course, because that's crucial. And then your moon in Taurus, and so that just means that it does mean that you're gonna have for someone like your chart, for the case of your chart, it's looking like you're going to have that inner stability, which is good because your moon represents how you're feeling on the inside. And so even if you feel like your life's in shambles, or even if you feel like life is just so crazy, you can always just have that inner stability, and that's in you already. So I don't really have to tell you to get that. And then you're ascendant in Scorpio, so that people might think you're mysterious or like
he mysterious. Kevin, no, you're mysterious.
People might just not know where you are a lot of times.
We don't know what Kevin is.
And so you're just known to be that traveling guy. So yeah, Go, Kevin.
Go, Kevin.
Go, Kevin.
Go, Kevin. Okay, do Shannon.
All right, bet. So let me.
Shannon is in a moment in life where this is that moment, Bootsy. We've been there before, where sacrifice. Now the single's out. Now the images are coming out. The buzz is happening.
Absolutely.
So it's kind of like that. That moment is a very. My advice, Shannon, just enjoy it. I mean, it's the beginning of it because who knows if this party is going to end. As far as how far it'll go, it's gonna go far. I'm just saying, just enjoy it. Because I think one thing I do, Bootsy, has this happened to you? Have you looked back? I think sometimes we don't stop and appreciate the moment. And then when it's gone, it's weird. Like when I worked in New York, the girls, they were so excited to come to New York. Bootsy, I didn't really feel New York until I was gone for a couple years. Like other than my old school music crew, friends that I met on the air and I still have, shout out to them. I kind of like, it just kind of was it happened so fast. Now, a lot of things happened when I was in New York too. But anyway, you got it already?
Yeah, I got you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Shannon, wait a minute.
Okay.
Faith. Shannon, I can't wait to see this.
Me too. Okay, so your son is at a Leo degree, so that just means, like we're saying, no wonder you're a superstar. That's like in you. Your son's in Leo degree, but at Cancer, and so that just means family's everything to you, as you already know. Like just keeping family close to your heart. Like family is where you can find a lot of just comfort in, and that's actually your soul. Like your soul is your family. And some other things, your North Node in Gemini. So, and also like, I was going to say, what is this? Okay, no. All right. Your North Node in Gemini. So I was going to talk over myself. So that just means that you could be a singer and a writer. You could be a singer and an actress. That just means you have so many outlets you could do. So you'll never be trapped into just one thing. And so of course you got that Cancer, so you got that family supporting you, wherever you go, whatever you do. But I could see you having like a dual career, and I don't know if that's already the case, but I would say that you're being encouraged to do that. Like while you sing, make a book about your experience. While you sing, I don't know, go on TV. Actually the funny thing is I told Dad when you were at the function, I was like, Shannon looks like she'd be the guest star on that TV show Empire, because you got the look, and you got like, I could totally see you doing that. Let's see, what are some other things that Venus and Leo, and so that just means that and it's at a Cancer degree. Isn't astrology weird? So your son's at a Leo degree, your Venus which is like your heart, is at a Cancer degree. So like I said, like family will just be everything for you. But Venus and Leo, that just means that a career in the arts is going to give you a lot of it's fame, but more so I think Leo is not just fame, it also just means visibility. And so you're definitely just not going to live this life without people knowing your name, because Venus represents the things that you find not only does it represent like romance and things like that, but it really represents like, what does your soul find beautiful, or what do you find like relaxing for you? And that you're relaxed when you are sharing your talent, when you're sharing your art. And so, but I didn't even need to tell you that, because you're already just extremely talented. But I'm just and then Saturn, of course, Saturn represents your life, your lessons. And so Libra, so I think a lot of people have Libra placements in Saturn, and that just means like the typical like between home life and work life. So I can already see you blowing up, and then it's like, all right, let me check in on these kids, or let me check in on my husband. And it's like, that just means like, just make sure you get that balance. But at a 27 degrees is considered an auspicious degree. And that just means that it won't really be anything too challenging to make sure that because you naturally love your family. So it's not like you have to pull away from them. And yeah, that's your chart. And I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Okay, so go ahead, Shannon.
Yeah, go
Okay, so guys, if you want to text me on Instagram, people are like, I want to read it. So, okay, we need, again, name, birth time, birthday, Sky?
Yeah. Wow. I don't even, you know what? Birth time is optional. You don't need to know it. I just put 12 p.m. But if you want to really, like, if I could get into the nitty gritty, I would really appreciate that birth time. But I could figure it out.
Okay. Name. Wow. Text me my number at the number. Name, birth date, birth time, and birth location.
Yeah.
Name, birth date, birth time. Okay, here's Gina. Gina's up.
All right, Gina.
7/20/1967.
Okay, so that's
Is it New York? I imagine it's New York. Gina.
You have the time?
Let's see.
12.
Let's see. Hold on. She's gonna give it to me.
All right.
Yep, New York City, and then birth time and birth time.
If you don't have birth time, it's cool. But I just in case. Just in case, let me get you.
Just in case.
11 a.m. Okay, sounds good. I'll just do around an estimate. Like, all right, let's look at Gina.
You got everything though, right?
Yeah, she said 11 a.m. she thinks. But it's okay, even if it's not completely. All right, so let's get into it. Okay, so another Cancer. What's up? We got a Cancer sun in the house.
And Gina is the classic genius, so she's a genius.
Classic.
Damn brain. Anyway, brain teacher.
Well, you got your sun in Cancer, your moon in Capricorn, and your rising is in Virgo. So that Virgo rising, no wonder you're like a genius, because Virgos are just, people always sleep on Virgos, I think. They're like, oh, like Geminis are the communicators. Yes, they are the communicators. Like I say that myself, but Virgos are like, my little sister's a Virgo. They're just straight up, they have everything in their mind calculated.
That's Gina. That's Gina right there, baby.
So people, and your ascendant, it's not your sun sign, but it's your ascendant. So you're a Cancer sun. So like we said before, you're a loving person. You're sensitive. You're emotional. That's who you are at your base. But to the public, because your ascendant represents your like the midheaven, kind of like what people, your first impression, like what people first think of you. And like Dad said, they think that you're someone who got their stuff together, and you probably do, because you got it at 28 degrees. So that's a Cancer degree, and so they probably see you as someone who is always trying to help, and you use your intelligence to help people, I think, because that's the nurturing sign. Let's see, what else do we see over here? Let's look into some of your aspects. So you got Uranus sextile Neptune, and your ascendant square your midheaven. So your Uranus, and yes, it's Uranus. Do not say Uranus.
Uranus.
No, it's Uranus. Represents kind of unexpected life moments, but it doesn't only represent that. It's also a generational planet. So everyone who's in your birth year will probably have the same sign. So that's why we have to look at what house it's in. And your Uranus, scrolling down here, it looks like it's in your 12th house. So that's the Piscean house. And that is having an interaction with Neptune, which represents spirituality and things like that. And so that's just saying that, like we're saying before, that spirituality piece doesn't even have to be, it could be philosophy, it could be whatever. Find something you believe in terms of find something that what carries your life. What is the thing that, what do you live your life for? Is it your family? Is it for religion? Find what that is, because that's going to make you feel like you're going to see unexpected but positive results, because Uranus represents things that we weren't expecting. And once you really embrace some kind of philosophy or just something that you really love, find a passion that goes beyond like the general things, like, of course, work, that's cool and stuff, but find a really good hobby that you really love.
That's so perfect, because Gina definitely, in addition to, she studies stones and
spirituality. That's what
spirituality.
It is. Yeah,
I see you, Gina.
That's going to give unexpected positive results, because sextile is a positive aspect. Now let's look into the square midheaven, because people get scared when they see things like square, opposition. They're like, oh, does that mean that the planets are going to like give me bad luck? That doesn't mean it at all. It just means that this is the energy you need to be kind of working harder for. Sextile, it just comes naturally. You're naturally just going to be someone who finds something that gives their life meaning. But for your ascendant, the way that you feel about yourself, the way you feel about whether it be like, I don't know if you feel insecure about the way you present yourself, whatever the case may be, that's going to, you really have to figure out, how do I really love myself so that I can be the brightest light I can be, because
she's all in that space. She's in that space, baby.
How can you be? And when you put energy into that, whether that be through spirituality, whether that be through your family, you'll see positive results, because square represents things that will completely and positively change.
She says, wait, beloved, my man is Aquarius. Isn't that a unique union?
You're let me see so you're a Cancer and Aquarius. Yeah, that is unique, because Cancers are considered the most emotional sign, but Pisces are sometimes, but Cancer is the most sentimental and like kind of emotional, like tears sign. Aquarius is considered the most like stoic sign, or like the most kind of not like sociopath, but just like not like
well, that's good.
Yeah, but I think that's that's a unique pairing, because you guys work well, because you're not both like one of you is like, very sentimental, you hold on to the things that you believe in. The other one of you, I'm guessing, because Aquarius has different beliefs and like interesting views on the world that will open your mind from just kind of where you were at the start. So like if you're kind of attached to something, right? I feel like when you're holding on to something and you don't want anyone else to change your view, you'll just hold on to it. But having an Aquarius husband is great for you because he's going to open your mind up for things. And
she didn't say husband now. Wait a minute.
Oh,
wait a minute, Gina.
He said what? He said husband?
She didn't say husband.
Me. What she say?
Her man.
Well, okay.
Hey, but hey.
Opening up your mind so that you're not only attached to what you hold on to. Like you're not only attached to something like a belief or something. He'll be like, hey, open your mind up, and you'll be like, all right, but so yeah,
Darcy,
thank you, Gina.
Darcy, Cancer here.
Yes, come on, I really like Cancer.
Gina said her man is sensitive though, even though he's an Aquarius. Hilarious.
Yeah, well, give me his when you have free time, because he probably got some kind of Cancer or Pisces going on too.
Okay, and family, because everybody that's on this is family. Skylar this summer will be available. Yeah. I had to ask her if she have any time.
I was like,
she said no. So she'll be available this summer because let's get Corliss in. February 16th, 1970. She does not know.
That's okay.
She doesn't know the time. And she does know the date, and she knows the place, Baltimore. Yeah.
Baltimore, and then February. That's 16.
Gina.
What she say?
She said she spoke it. Oh snap, Gina. If that's the case, I need to be there. Come on.
And is it? Yeah, Baltimore, Maryland, February 16th.
Corliss, Bootsy Corliss. I was doing the treadmill talks. Corliss made me cry one time, and I was on the treadmill. My big self was crying and on the treadmill at the same doggone time. Corliss.
Wow. Crying on the treadmill. Yeah. What she said? Yo, Mark, you are a boss running.
All right, Kevin. That's funny. Okay, what you got for Corliss?
All right, Corliss. So let's look into it. Oh, you're an Aquarius. Corliss, you're an Aquarius. Okay, so that just means I think people sometimes they don't relate to their sun sign, or they feel like, oh, I'm not really like this kind of person. What it's telling you is.
So break it down. Okay, sun. What is the sun sign?
So sun represents it. Everyone who's born on your birthday will have your same sun sign. Your sun represents.
That's your sun sign. That's what most people know.
Most people know.
I'm a Gemini. I'm an Aquarius.
That's why I will say that there's something called Starbucks astrology, and it's the astrology you see in New York Times. And let me just say, as someone who gets into the research, I kind of hate how it's the way that they kind of portray astrology, because I'm a Cancer, so I do this. No, you have so many, with the Aquarius, you have so many different parts of your chart. I'm a Pisces sun, but I'm an Aquarius rising. So I might be emotional at my heart, but people see me as the kind of I'm always talking, or I'm always thinking about something kind of unique. I have pretty unique takes. Just ask my father. So you have so many different things interacting with you daily. And so just keep that in mind. Even if you have some certain placement, doesn't always mean that's the only part of who you are.
Skylar, what's your Cash App?
My Cash App, it's oh dang, I don't even know. I think
oh Lord Jesus. Anyway, this is the moment.
Let me get into your chart. Okay, so your sun's in Aquarius.
Let me tell you something. Just side note.
Okay.
Gina, I always tell this story. Gina's tired of telling it. Let me tell you something. Gina Humber is my sister. Met her in New York. But you know how people are just instantly supportive. I was interviewing Gina after we did the interview for the Sunday show for the community. I told Gina I was doing this, and this. She was ready to invest just like that.
I know that's right.
She don't just talk about it; she'll be about it. So I'm saying all that to say, get your damn Cash App.
Me? Oh Lord.
Anyway,
I got you, Gina. All right, so let's see. So your sun's in Aquarius.
Okay, this is Corliss.
Oh Lord, Corliss. Yeah, I had Corliss. I was just jacked up.
All right.
Okay, so Corliss, your sun is in Aquarius, and your Mercury's in Aquarius. So Mercury's speaking, and so you probably have some interesting takes as well. I can relate to the Aquarius mind, because it's always kind of thinking about I don't think we should do this, or you're an innovator at heart. That's your natural vibe. So I'm always just encouraging anyone with strong Aquarius placements to just you. I don't know if that was you in the comments, but make like Dad's doing now, whether it's be a podcast or a book, just write down your feelings, write down your thoughts, because your thoughts are different from everyone else. And not to say that everyone's the same,
Corliss.
but you have something insightful to add to the conversation. I see a lot of Aquarius sons also kind of rejecting the norms of society. And so I don't know, I think you're being encouraged to really you probably already do this by heart, but just think outside of the box in every area of life. Don't let anyone tell you what you should believe or tell you who you should be. And I know that's kind of generic sounding, but it's true. That's the Aquarius thing. You really have to just stay true to your beliefs. Plus you got Mercury in the same sign of your sun. So whenever I see a same sign in your personal planets, which are sun, moon, Mercury, Venus, etc., that just means that you're supposed to keep that same energy with different areas of life. So not only are you this person who is unique and you add something new to the equation, but you're also supposed to talk about how you are unique, but talk about
come on, Corliss, your journey. Corliss is on a
have to communicate it because
Corliss is on a journey, a life-changing journey.
Yes, we're
gonna share it, Corliss.
Yeah, because you got that in you, like to just tell people, like you shouldn't be scared to share your opinions or share something that you might differ in opinion, because that's gonna add something positive to. It really is like, what can you add to the world, and that's gonna add something positive. Just sharing the fact that you are like different, you're unique. And some other things I see are, so whenever I don't have the birth time, I try not to say ascendant or moon. So that's why if you notice me skipping over it a little bit,
we do not.
But I can look into your Venus. So Venus and Pisces. So that just means, and it's at a 3 degrees. So 3 degrees is let me just let you guys know, when I say degrees, there's always going to be a degree of your sign. So you might be that's a 17 degree Gemini. So that means 17 is a Leo degree. It just means this placement is going to be influenced by this sign. So you're a Venus in Pisces. So you're not only are you appreciate things like a Pisces would, but you got it at 3 degrees, which is a Pisces. So you're double Pisces when it comes to the way that you love others, the things that you find like aesthetically pleasing. Like if you go to an art gallery, you're going to have a Pisces taste and stuff like that. And so that's just saying that you give yourself completely in everything you do, but just make sure to protect your energy, protect the people, make sure that you got good people in your circle, because you're such a giving person that sometimes people of course take advantage of it, because you just give like without expecting anything in return. And so yeah, just make sure, just I see people put like stuff on their heads like a veil. Make sure like just veil your energy, because you have good energy that people might want to use, because you got the Pisces energy going on. And then lastly, you got Mars and Aries. So Mars represents determination. And so I'm trying to see, what house is that in? Your Mars is in your 11th house of friendship. So that once again references, make sure you keep your circle tight. Make sure there's not people trying to steal your energy or trying to kind of crush your vibe, because you are someone who is, while you are an Aquarius, so that means you can separate from your emotions. You are someone who values helping others, and just make sure no one's trying to jack up your kindness or stuff like that. So that's all I got to say with that. I appreciate it.
Corliss, yes. And our last, let's do Ebony last. This is Ebony. Here's her information.
You're right, because I write and read. Yeah, because you're supposed to. You're supposed to write and read and like always change your beliefs, because you got some good ones.
Ebony is 2 p.m. location Baltimore. All right.
Baltimore.
And again, family. We are Skylar. We're all family, and Skylar, of course, is family.
Of course.
She's going to be doing this. She's going to put up her shingle this summer, and her Cash App, because it's like, Skylar, you don't need to work you don't need to work a job. You should do this, because like you said, Bootsy, she's giving information. It's not, and it's not, again, it's not like, believe it or not, it's just like she gives a perspective.
Yeah. And my goal is not to make you be like, well, this is why I got, this is why I broke my leg in 3rd grade. More so, I just want you to feel like you have a guide. So astrology is just another tool. Like it might not always be like completely like this is gonna happen, like I said, but it's really just like a guide. Like it's like, okay, I like art. Why do I like art so much? It looks like I have this placement. You know what I mean? Like it's just supposed to be a guide to help you through this journey of life.
Okay, Skylar. All right. You need to find. Do you know your Cash App? Have I ever sent you any money? Hold on.
Yeah,
I'll find it. Because this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Now. Actually, for this, I don't mind, because it's like I want you to come.
Skylar, look.
You know me.
Look, I'm gonna take your money. So.
Okay, look. But Skylar, if you don't know what you're gonna do this summer, Uncle Bootsy got a broadcast journalism program that will be at UDC's campus for 7 weeks this summer. We're doing television, multimedia production, script writing, and we're doing Q&As with successful people. Like one person. Okay, first of all, I remember you was on one of my Zooms before. You don't remember that?
I think I was. I don't know. I'm not.
Yeah.
I think so.
But hey, feel free to come up with Uncle Bootsy right down the street. I'm telling you, because I have a journalism program that got your name written all on.
I'm bringing her, Bootsy. I'm going to bring her.
Yes, sir. I'd love to go.
It's so funny because a friend of ours just gave, there's a scholarship, and she's not a media major, but it's, Bootsy, I need to let you, I'll pass it on to you, Bootsy, because, oh my God, you have to, definitely.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah, let me write that down. All right, anyway.
You got Ebony?
Yeah.
So Ebony is going to be the last one for this morning.
All right, Ebony, let's get into it.
Gina,
true love.
She want to find out about her man.
Tell me. Actually,
we'll do it off the air, okay? So this is our last one. Ebony.
Skylar, your presentation is thanks, Kevin.
Look at Kevin.
Skylar, your presentation is spared the touches.
Look at Uncle Kevin. Oh, Uncle Kevin in Columbia.
Oh,
we can come stay with Kevin.
Wisdom from wearing clown signs.
You know what, Kevin? Kevin, Uncle Kevin in Columbia. We coming to stay with you.
I know Columbia. Let's go. That's lit. All right. And then Ebony. So Ebony, just make sure it's Baltimore, right? And then March 5th, 1988, 2 p.m. Let's make sure that's right. Yeah, that's it. Okay, yeah. All right, let's get into
Ebony. Ebony's a little monster. I like Ebony.
All right, so let's see here. Oh, hey, Pisces. We're both Pisces. Let's go. You got your sun in Pisces, your moon in Libra, your ascendant in Cancer, and your midheaven in Aries. Okay, so what I'm seeing from here is that your sun in Pisces, so that's of course like, not to be biased, but I'm a Pisces as well. And so that just means people just think you're really nice and like, you're probably really nice.
She is. She's really nice.
Yeah,
super
really,
talented.
Super talented. Well, your moon.
She's super, like, she can do anything.
Yeah. Your moon's in Libra and a Scorpio degree. And so I just feel like, I always say balance, but I also feel like when it comes to your moon, like your personal, like how you're feeling on the inside, you also just want to be like a good friend. And I think people might view you as a good friend because that's what you want. Like your moon is like your desires. And when you got a Libra sign there, it's just showing that, you just want to feel like your friends really take you seriously, feel like you contribute something to your friendships, but also just kind of, you want to feel like your friends look to you for encouragement. Like you want to be that person. So, good on you for being that kind of person for them, because your ascendant's in Cancer as well. So your rising sign is Cancer, and that's the sign of like a nurturing person. So you're probably just viewed as someone who's just really like caring and people appreciate you a lot. But you also probably, with the sun in a water sign and you're rising in a water sign, you just, of course, make sure that you're thinking on your own in terms of you might like soak up emotions kind of when people are feeling a certain way. You might like think that's your emotions, and it might be, but a lot of times because you're so caring, people might come to you with a problem and you might make it your problem. And, that's cool and all, but just make sure, like we said, protecting your energy and being true to yourself, because that's the whole. So
Skylar, so air and water. So water sign, and these are just generalizations.
Oh yeah, and your
but water, water is more susceptible for blank things, and air is susceptible to other things.
Well, I think so. Water is just more. I would say water. You really are just someone who thinks with your heart, and that's why it's easy for you to connect with people on terms of emotionally. Most people want to tell you their problems a lot because
when you're a water sign.
But we all have these elements. But when your sun, like who you are, is a water sign, you just might notice that people just want to help people. Like that's your whole vibe. And then for air signs. So water is the heart, air is the intellectual or like the mind. So air signs, you're always thinking, and you might intellectualize your emotions, but water signs, you feel your emotions, and like that's like a kind of subtle difference, but you just like feel it. Whereas if you had an air, that's why with your moon in Libra, that gives you some balance, because while you are this person who people know you as this caring water sign, you can also, if you need to detach from your emotions or you need to detach from people influencing you, you can, because your moon's in an air sign. So you can intellectualize it when you need that. That's like a kind of gift from the universe to you. And then your midheaven is in Aries. So you're the first, like the Aries is the first sign. Also, if y'all see my nail, just don't say that. Aries is the first sign. And so Aries represents, kind of like my mom's in Aries, just kind of like you're just the first person to go up. Like, I don't know if you were no, I'm not going to say first sibling, because I feel like that's too risky of a thing, but you're definitely the first. People look to you for inspiration. So not only are they looking for you for like, can you help me? Like my dog passed away, but it's more like, oh, she got it. Like she's going to help me because she's the first and she's determined. That's like your vibe. And then your North Node is in Pisces, and what house that's in, it's in your, 9th house. And so that's travel, or that's like spirituality. That's 12th house represents kind of like afterlife. It represents your views towards, the afterlife. But the 9th house is like using spirituality in action. So 9th house is like, I went to a trip. I went to India to find myself. That's like the 9th house energy. And so you're supposed to really expand your mind in this lifetime. You're supposed to challenge your beliefs. You're supposed to go somewhere that travel, culture. I could see you actually even like, I don't know, meeting someone overseas, something like that.
Oh, snap.
Not to be funny.
You got that foreign.
Yeah, you might get that foreign life, because you're I could see that happening for you. And if you already know someone, then that might not be the case. But I could just see you really enriching your life overseas, or just doing cultural events. Like if you're like community puts on some kind of international night or something, I would recommend that you go.
The funny part is, Skylar, she's an event person, so she does events. That's what she does as a living.
You have to talk. You have to interact with people because that's your whole vibe. And like Taurus represents also, you got 11th house, which represents groups and people. And so, yeah, you're definitely supposed to be around people because they look to you for help and like inspiration. And your biggest placements are in your 6th house of that's a cancer house, but you got that in Sagittarius, and your 9th house. So that's just telling me that you got to travel or you got to do something regarding other cultures because that's just your vibe. Like I could just see that happening for you. Let's see, anything else I see going on? Your 10th house, yeah, like we said, 10th house in Aries, so people just look to you. Venus is in this house, so you're just gonna have a beautiful career, and it's just gonna be great. Like you got your Venus and Jupiter in your 10th house. That's like the best placements you could have. You're just gonna have a really poppin' career. So, and if it's not career, then you're just gonna be known as that person that's popping. Like you just got that. So
she's popping. She's popping. All right, well, Skylar, I just posted Skylar's Cash App. It's Sky Lawrence J. For anybody that feels, that.
Yeah.
And look at Royal Moss coming in. Okay, and you know what you got to do? Arrows.
Oh, yeah.
You got it because he's been waiting forever. Mm-hmm. So as you guys can see, Tenora is the lover.
Man,
Uncle Bootsy, look at Uncle Bootsy, proud Uncle Bootsy.
Go Bootsy.
Look at his chop.
Man, bro, like I'm telling you, like I'm just sitting here, like this is really amazing because let me tell you something. The mark of a great communicator is when you leave people feeling better than which they came. Everybody on this broadcast, including me, feel better after this interaction with you. You are incredible. Marc Clarke, Allison Ann Seymour, I'm calling the authorities by Friday. If this girl is not enrolled in somebody's journalism, there will be charges brought forth to both of you. And you know I love both of y'all because y'all literally saved my life. Literally. But you know what? Y'all better stir this young, amazing communicator somewhere to where she belongs because some things you can't teach. Like what you just did, couldn't nobody coach you to do that. Really. I don't even know what to say.
With that,
thank you so much.
You're making me cheer up.
Oh, Lord.
And let me just say, she didn't walk till she was almost 2. She does what she wants to do.
Well, she's running now.
Since day one, Skylar is their nickname was she's the sweetest, and she is. Skylar is the sweetest. Okay, so Skylar,
thank you guys.
Great job, guys. Thank you, family. You guys are amazing. Thank you, Instagram. Thank you, everybody who's watching this in real time and people watching at a later date.
Carlise,
again,
oh my God, you guys are so
Skylar is going to do her thing this summer. And she's gonna try.
You. This summer, once I get these studies in order, I got you. Oh, we're gonna get it popping. And actually, it would be great if I could get a little office or something. Maybe I'm gonna make a little office.
Okay,
like
this is the office.
Yeah.
No.
Hold on, but Mark, she could be talking something up about an office near UDC.
We already got. Right, it's already there. It's already there. It's just her. Skylar gets overwhelmed. She's so thorough with this, though. What happens is she gets overwhelmed because she's so thorough with everybody. And I told her, you just give people a little bit. It's not, and you don't have to. You don't have to give the life story. They just want a little bit. So she just has to learn how to do that.
How to restrict.
Nah, but Mark, you would be surprised how many people don't hear amazing things about themselves. I think what she is doing is what a lot of people, need or whatever. Like everybody on here, no matter what their age demographic, feel different about themselves. And we don't know where that could come from. Let me ask you this question, Skylar. How old are you?
I'm 20.
So, but now, Mark, think about this. Somebody at 20 years old have studied something that much and can run it off like this and communicate it to people that's probably older than her mama. Like, some things you can't, like, this is incredible, like, for somebody to have so much insight, so much detail, but can communicate it to demographics that are not of her own age. Like, I ain't seen this before. Like, literally, I'm sitting here like, hold on, like, I'm dead serious. Like, this is for somebody 20 talking like an adult about astrology, breaking it down in layman terms as well. You are really impressive, Skylar. That's what I want to say.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Wow. All right, family. Well, look, everybody, thanks so much. And we'll see you tomorrow. Skylar, we love you. Thanks, baby.